Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my next divisional round matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. Now, without a further ado, let's get started. Now, let's kick it off with the injury report, starting with defensive tackle Byron Young, who will be out with a hamstring injury. Then moving on to wide receiver A.J. Brown with a knee injury, tight end Dallas Goedert with an illness, and quarterback Kenny Pickett with a rib injury. Now, other than Byron Young being out for the Eagles, honestly, there is really not much I can say. This team is honestly very good on offense and defense. Dallas Goedert coming back, AJ Brown's back. They got these guys ready to go on offense. Kenny Pickett's the backup, so it's not that big of a deal. Their defense, with or without Young, it's honestly going to be pretty good. So I'm not really expecting much from the Eagles, but you never know. Maybe the Eagles come out and absolutely suck on defense because of the loss of the defensive tackle. But in my opinion, I think the Eagles will be just fine. Now, moving on to the offense of the Philadelphia Eagles, we got quarterback Jalen Hurts, running back Saquon Barkley, Kari, I think that's how you say it, Kari Basilingame. I don't know if that's how you say it, but he's the fullback. With wide receivers A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Jahan Dotson. Tight end will be Dallas Goedert, left tackle Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson at left guard, Cam Jurgens at center, right guard Mekhi Becton, and right tackle Lane Johnson. Now, this offensive line is going to do an amazing job. Lane Johnson on the right side, Mailata on the left, pretty good. Same goes for Dickerson and Becton. I think they'll do a very good job. Cam Jurgens has been not the same caliber player as Jason Kelce, but has been a very good one since he retired. So, honestly, this offensive line will get blocks for Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts. Now, when it comes to the receiving game, other than A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, Jahan Dotson will be most likely the guy to look forward to when those guys are double covered or even triple covered. Then you get the short passes to Dotson and Goddard, and bam, you got some very good pass plays there. But then you get Saquon Barkley in the run game. Honestly, he's going to be running over the Rams all day long. And Jalen Hurts will be leading the team to a potential NFC title game. Now, moving on to the defense, we got defensive ends Milton Williams and Jalen Carter with nose tackle Jordan Davis. Weak side linebacker will be Nolan Smith with inside linebackers Zach Bond and Oren Burks with Josh Sweat as the strong side linebacker. Then we got corners Quinyon Mitchell and Darius Slay with nickelback being Cooper DeJean, free safety Reed Blankenship, and CJ Gardner-Johnson as the strong safety. Now, this defense has got it. Two rookie cornerbacks in DeJean and Mitchell. These guys have been on fire, so I expect a lot from them, specifically against Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Those are their top guys to worry about. You got off the edge Nolan Smith and especially Josh Sweat. I think that this is going to be a very good pass rush for the Philadelphia Eagles, making sure that Matthew Stafford is not going to get the good passes he wants to, obviously, Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua. Then, obviously, you get Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, along with Milton Williams, closing up the holes for the run game, and that'll stop Kyron Williams from running the ball in this game. That's what is most likely, for me, expected for this defense. This defense is going to be pretty good in the linebacking, defensive line, and secondary. So I really don't think much is going to really be an issue for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, moving on to the injury report of the Los Angeles Rams, starting with the defensive end Larrell Murchison with a foot injury and linebacker Troy Reeder with a hamstring injury, both out for the game. Then moving on to cornerback Ahkello Witherspoon with a thigh injury, nose tackle Bobby Brown III with a shoulder injury, offensive lineman Alaric Jackson with a chest injury, and an illness for Justin Dietrich, another offensive lineman. All of them are questionable for the game. And then we get tight end Tyler Higbee with a chest injury. I believe that all of their questionable players will in fact miss this game. And honestly, this will be a heavy toll on both the offensive line and the defense. I feel like, first of all, you got the running backs and the receivers. They're going to be pretty good. But if you don't got the blocks, that offensive line ain't going to help you. And on the defense, Troy Reader, possibly Akilo Witherspoon, and Bobby Brown. That's going to be 3 big losses for the LA Rams if those guys don't play. So most likely, in my opinion, the defense is actually going to be more hampered than the offense. Now on to the offense of the LA Rams, who got quarterback Matthew Stafford, running back Kyren Williams, wide receivers Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, and DeMarcus Robinson. Tight end will be Tyler Higbee, with left tackle Alaric Jackson, I think that's how you say it, who will be replaced by AJ Arcuri. Arcuri, I don't know if that's how you say it, but if in case he doesn't play, he'll come in. Then we got left guard Steve Avila, Bew Limmer as the center, Kevin Dotson as the right guard, and Rob Havenstein as the right tackle. Now, when it comes down to this offense, the injuries to the offensive line is going to hurt them. Not as much as the defense is going to be hurt, but still, it's going to be a tough time coming up against that defensive line and pass rush of the Philadelphia Eagles. Otherwise, you've got to worry about getting the ball out to Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp when it comes to Matthew Stafford, and hoping that the offensive line opens up the holes for Kyren Williams. Otherwise, this game is not going to turn out pretty for the offense of the LA Rams. Now, moving on to the defense of the LA Rams, starting with defensive ends Braden Fisk and Kobe Turner, with nose tackle Bobby Brown III, but if he cannot go, Neville Gallimore will be taking over. Weak side linebacker Byron Young, with inside linebackers Christian Roseboom and Omar Spites, with the strong side linebacker being Jared Verse, cornerbacks Darius Williams and Akilo Witherspoon, but if Witherspoon cannot go, Toby Durant will take over. Nickelback will be Quentin Lake, free safety Cameron Hitchens, I think that's how you say it, and Cameron Curl will be the strong safety. Now, when it comes down to this defense, obviously losing Brown and Witherspoon is going to be a heavy toll. And honestly, they still got Person Young off the edges, so they still got a good pass rush. But against that offensive line, that's going to be a tough offensive line to beat. And then you get Spites and Roseboom in the middle linebacker position. Honestly, pretty good. So, other than that, the big problem is going to be in the secondary. You've got to take down A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Jahan Dotson, and even Dallas Goedert. And maybe they'll even use Saquon Barkley out there in the pass game as well. You never know. But in the end, it's going to be a tough time for that secondary. But still, it may actually turn out a little bit better than it would have been or would be if, in fact, both Witherspoon and Brown do not play. But for me, they're not going to play, and most likely, they're going to lose. Now, in conclusion, I have this game going in favor of the Philadelphia Eagles 28-13. Honestly, I'm saying this. The Rams will have the lead at the beginning of the game, but immediately squished by the Eagles defense, and the offense just goes all out. 3 passing touchdowns from Jalen Hurts and a rushing touchdown by Saquon Barkley. We're probably going to be seeing A.J. Brown score twice, with Dallas Goedert scoring the other touchdown. But in the end, I think the Eagles will advance to the NFC title game and will host it against the Washington Commanders. So, in my opinion, this team is just too good to really lose to the LA Rams. They could, but I'm not thinking that's going to happen. Now, that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Comment down below and on my Instagram and Threads what kind of videos you want to see next. And tell me who you think is going to win, the Philadelphia Eagles or the Los Angeles Rams. Tell me down in the comments below. Now, like this video if you liked it, subscribe, and hit the notification if you want more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.